It's Week 9 of the National Football League, and our focus is on the Lions' leader at quarterback. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Lions and the 49ers on Thursday night primetime.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row. On the other side of the field for the visiting 49ers.
Well, down on the field, they're all thinking the same thing that they do every week, Charles. All the work, all the preparation over the past week, it all leads up to these next 4 quarters.
It's suspenseful now, Brandon, but once that ball is kicked, that thought will go out the window. From then on, it's just time to execute and fight for a win.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they'll be let out by their 6-year quarterback.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
First play, and Purdy wants to throw it.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
2nd and 10. Purdy bootlegging it. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, and now it's 3rd down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Purdy from the gun on 3rd down. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Lions will take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be let out by their 2nd-year quarterback.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule.
Alert! Alert!
Drive starts with a run from Gibbs.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 43.
Gibbs straight ahead.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
The Lions sitting at 5-2 on the year. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take.
And he takes this one in for the Lions. Touchdown.
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
His 11th touchdown of the year.
And the Lions will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And that makes the score 7-0. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Niners offense led by their running back headed out for the 2nd possession. And they've used him quite a bit in the passing game as you take a look at the NFL leaders in receiving yards by a running back, and he's right there in the mix.
And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. First carry for Christian McCaffrey.
And he'll take this up to the 30, a gain of 4. You talk about this Lions defense.
It's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the...
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. A gain there of 21 yards.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Man covers are so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal forthcoming as he takes this down to about the 5-yard line. They'll run with Gibbs.
Stopped short. Down at the 1. Had the broken tackle, but couldn't get it all the way home. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Here we go, set. Ready.
They'll try to run this one in. And he will possibly get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. On the other hand, it will definitely take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. The Lions with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal. They'll go with a keeper, and he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
A great play there. Scoring on the sneak from a yard out.
And the Lions have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Dicker down to tack on the extra point.
And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it was capped off by the quarterback sneak for 6. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
And San Francisco gets set to go here.
And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Here's 2nd and 10. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Remember, Brandon, he ran for a touchdown earlier, so his decision to go ahead and tuck it and go again turned out to be a wise one.
And the decision is what is important here. He has made some good decisions on when to tuck it and go. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown.
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season.
And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point try now from Dicker.
And it is now 21-0. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
They'll bring a tight end in motion right.
Play action. Now Purdy. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted.
Well, it certainly feels like this defensive group has figured this guy out to the tune of a big lead in this one. And you know that he's frustrated with how this game has gone. And now with back-to-back interceptions, he's got to find a way to get out of his own head and start making better plays.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 43 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Another run for Gibbs here.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
Let's go now.
Gibbs.
And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 1.
They'll try to run with Gibbs.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
Jahmyr Gibbs with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And the route is on here in this first half. A drive there of just 4 plays.
And it was all capped off by a touchdown run from Jahmyr Gibbs.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And able to get this out to the 25. Things, unfortunately, continuing to implode here. The interception he threw on the previous drive, of course, led to the touchdown. And that deficit widening a little bit further. 1st and 10. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line.
Here's Purdy. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey.
He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
Marcus Davenport able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Now the punter, Sam Martin, called on to kick it away here. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack.
On play action, they'll throw. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
That'll be caught by St. Brown. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. They'll try and sneak it here. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10.
They'll roll him out right. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. He'll drop to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit.
Amon-Ra St. Brown
on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Lions will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And the route is on here in this first half.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And with decent starting field position, they're maybe only a couple completions away from field goal range.
Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They'll motion the tight end across the formation.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Final play of the half. Purdy.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. Plenty to look forward to in that early window. One being a noontime start up in Green Bay. A big one for the Packers as they'll square off against the L.A. Chargers. In the late afternoon games, one of the best of the bunch will be at Soldier Field in Chicago, where it'll be the Bears taking on the Seattle Seahawks. And finally, on Sunday Night Football, they've got a good one lined up between the Arizona Cardinals and the Cincinnati Bengals. The highlights from the first half, all one-sided. This one got out of hand early, and now you have to wonder how these teams will approach this second half, because this one's already close to being in the bag if it's not already.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Lions offense and receiver Amon-Ra St. Brown set to go once more. And as we play here in the month of November, he's putting together a campaign to remember. The NFL's leader amongst wideouts in touchdown receptions. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
What a way to start a drive. An excellent run, a tone setter, and now if you want to take a shot on second down and go play action and make it look like the same exact play and throw it over the top, you can do so because you've established the run in a big way.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll go again with Gibbs. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Detroit.
Jahmyr Gibbs.
His second touchdown of the night.
And the Lions have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And it is 42-0. Just a 4-play drive that time.
And it was all capped off by a touchdown run from Jahmyr Gibbs.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Niners offense and Brock Purdy getting ready for this next possession.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Purdy looking to throw. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Let's go. No. Bronco switch.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing. because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
Throws the out route and completes it to Samuel.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down.
Purdy now to throw.
His throw incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
The Lions offense and Jahmyr Gibbs headed back onto the field. And as we roll through some of the highlights, we see how crucial he's been to their success in this one. When he's in this type of...
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you... blowout material and make sure we have some different things. That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Here we go, shot.
Up the middle they go. McKnight.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
15 yards for the Lions there on a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. McKnight, and nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
From a couple of yards beyond midfield, here's 2nd and 8.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 37. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. They go play action here on first down.
And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. It's a quarterback sneak. And he is going to have a Lions first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
Got St. Brown running the quick slant here.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
Off the play fake. Marks rolling to his right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. But he wasn't really big on that. He was big on going ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach. And maybe you and I should attend that press conference to see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up. But he certainly will have some explaining to do. Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Now a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Purdy.
This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
The Niners on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Now Purdy.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line.
Well, the home team's offense and their wide receiver getting set for this next possession.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And it would appear that the open week a week ago came just at the right time as they have dominated the proceedings here into this 4th quarter.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. McKnight. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
42 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
On 1st down, McKnight, and a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
2nd and 6.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
Well, a tough throw there across his body. It's incomplete.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Marks. Flush to his right. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
60 Bobcat, 60, chap 60, 70 Rangers, 7 Warriors, 70, Buffalo 18.
Back to throw. Marks. He's going to fire one deep over the middle.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of times. I like the idea. You're down on their side of the field, get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone, but the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
Off play action. Marks. And oh, that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. But that's just a minor blip here in what's been a thoroughly dominating performance. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Lions,
they climb to 6-2 on the year as they close in on the midpoint of this 17-game schedule.
And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.